Eddie, it's Nathan Thomas here from Willunga Storage Hire. I'm just going to show you how to load up and tie down a car onto the car trailers. Got my Toyota Hilux that doesn't move, which I'm taking down to get fixed. So first thing, since we're up the back, get the ramps out, which are stowed on the back here behind the gate. So we'll get those out and set them to the correct width for the tyres. So open the gate. Pull these guys out. If you're using the winch, you do have to have the trailer pretty close to the car because it's only slightly longer than the ramps and the trailer. After you've got your ramps out, I've already pulled this out obviously, but you can set it to not engage with the handle, so you can just pull it out at full speed. We'll hook it on to your tow point. I've used a 2-ton sling so I can pull from the centre. Depending on what the tow setup is on the car, might be different. Line those up as best we can. Alright, then the next thing will be to take the handbrake off the car and put a bit of tension on the winch and then take the handbrake off the car. Before that, like there's a truck behind it, just make sure nothing bad goes wrong. So I'll just grab something to fit behind the tyres. And then we're basically good to go. So I'm going to take the handbrake off, stick the car in neutral, and put it before that I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on the winch. So I'll take it. So at the front we've got a manual winch. At the moment I've got set so this just moves freely to pull it out. So to make it so you can wind it on, you just want to pull this little lever and engage it, and then you stick the handle on either of these two. You've got a fast turn and a slow turn. Probably going to go off a slow turn to do it. So I'm just gonna wind it until there's just a little bit of pressure on it, and then I'll go take the handbrake and off and stick it in gear. Probably too naturally. Wind it a little bit of it. The handle off. There's a little bit of pressure in that, so we'll take the handbrake off. And then I'm just going to wind it up till it's just before the bottom of the ramp so I can check the width of the ramp. as you might have noticed, I was going back and forth, checking the steering wheel, making sure we're lined up, all that kind of stuff, and then once the front wheels were off, checking it's going to line up nicely with the back wheels again, because unfortunately, because of where we left this, I wasn't able to get the trailer straight onto it. So just be careful as you go up. The other thing is, because this ground that I'm on isn't dead flat, now that the back wheels are just about to come onto the trailer, I'm just going to put a chock with a little bit of clearance in front of the front wheels, just so it gets over and it wants to roll forwards a little bit. It can't go too far. So I'll just grab a chock and I'll just put it in front of the front wheels. That there should do it. So when you get to the top, it gets fairly light. And steering wheel a little bit again. See, it's starting to roll on its own a little bit. So just in case. So I want to try and get the center of the weight over the wheel arch, so I'll just bring it forward a little bit further. And that's probably pretty good right there. So I'll just put it back in gear, chuck the handbrake on, then we're ready to start tying it down. All right, and now we're down to tying the car down using ratchet straps. When you do it, you want to anchor the tires. Don't anchor over the body or through the tire points or anything over the suspension, because you're never going to get that bounce out of it. So we've got a basic setup with slings, got a 2-ton oval string and some 2.5-ton straps. We're going to put one on every single tyre. So what you want to do, these straps are a bit long, so I'm just doubling them up to make an oval. Get your strap that we've got anchored to the side of the trailer there, and then pull it through your sling. Then what we do is we just loop it over the tyre, and you should end up with that kind of business there. Ideally with that staying more or less where you want it. You want to end up with the blue strap coming through at about 10 and 2. So what I'm going to do is take the other end, which I probably should have prepared before starting, but hey, it is what it is. Come around here, and what you want to do is feed your strap through with no twists in it. you haven't used a ratchet strap before, pull it through and then pull it back over itself like that. That way, just before you start cranking it up, you can pull all the slack out of it. It's obviously important. Because the ratchets I've got are quite long, I'm going front to back, and then the back one I'll do the same thing in the reverse. So what we'll do, hook it back down to our sides on our trailer, like that. Give it a couple of cranks. Make sure everything's staying where it's meant to be. That's probably a little bit high. Better. And what we're going to do is not crank that one right up. We're going to put all four on, and then we're going to go around and like half crank them all and then crank them up. So, do the back one. So it's all cranked down now. Can't move the car without moving the trailer, which is what we want. When I went and tied it down, I made sure all the straps don't have any major twists in them. Tied off all the excess and all that kind of stuff. You might notice I've still got the winch attached. Just leaving it because I'm going to need it to take it off, but that doesn't count as a tie down, so just ignore that thing. As far as tie downs go, make sure you still anchor every tyre. And the other thing is make sure how you're tying it down suits the vehicle that you're tying down. This works for me, works for this vehicle, but everything's different, and you might find that you should be doing something a little differently. And the other thing is check it regularly while you're on the road. Every 100 k's or so, pull out, give it a shove, check your ratchets, all that kind of stuff. And that's basically it.